Hi students, um, this class we are going to see about subject verb agreement. This has already been taught during class hours. Now once again let me revise the very basic and fundamental rules that comes under subject verb agreement, and probably you all know about this subject. Uh, a subject must have a relationship with the verb. The subject should go according to the verb, which means when the subject is singular, we must use singular verb. When the subject is plural, we must use plural verb. And this exercise is identifying what is the subject and what is the number of the subject. According to that, we are going to use verbs. So that is why we are telling the subject is agreeing with the verb, and the topic is subject verb agreement. And let us see the first rule under subject verb agreement. When two subjects connected by either or, neither nor, consider the second subject of the two subjects. That is, look at this example: either Patty or Tom, was or were asked to come. Now the question is, what is the subject? Either Patty or Tom. Okay, and there is a confusion. Which one has to be considered? Is Patty or Tom? And this Patty and Tom are combined by the conjunction either or, connective either or. So when you come across such connectives, such sentences, either or neither nor. So when these two connectives are used for connecting two different subjects, give importance to the second subject. Just the first sentence, either Patty or Tom. Here the second subject is Tom. So give importance to this subject, just ignore this Patty. So now what is the number of this subject? Tom. Tom is singular, and so we are using was. So the correct answer is either Patty or Tom was. Now look at the second sentence. Neither the apples nor the basket was or were expensive. So here the two subjects, apples and the basket. So which one need to be considered? These two subjects are connected by neither nor. So as per the rule, when two different subjects are connected by neither nor, give importance to the second subject. So the second subject is basket. So basket is singular. Basket is singular. And so the answer is was. Okay. So please do understand the rule number one. When the two subjects are connected by either or neither nor, give importance to the second subject. Now let's move to rule number two. When two subjects connected by, with, along with, together with, as well as, consider the first subject of the two subjects. Now look at this sentence: the soldiers as well as the captain. So here there are two subjects: the soldiers, the captain. So which one has to be considered? There is a question. So the rule says when the two different subjects are connected by, as well as, with, along with, together with, give importance to the first subject. So the soldiers, here we have to give importance to the soldiers, and so the soldiers is a plural form. Soldiers is a plural form, and so the correct answer is have. And the rule number three, when the subjects are like this, using each one, everyone, everybody, nobody, no one, either of, neither of, one of the, is always treated to be singular. So when you come across such terms in the subject position, each one, everyone, everybody, nobody, no one, either of, neither of, don't confuse this with either or, neither nor. Either or, neither nor, the case is different. There you are giving importance to second subject, but here it is either of, neither of. So when you come across such terms in the sentences and these terms act as subject, right, please always treat them as singular. So when the subjects like each one, everyone, everybody, no one, nobody, either of, neither of, one of the, all these are treated as singular. Look at these examples. Neither of the boys. Neither of the boys. So here the neither of the term is used. So the answer is has. As per the rule, neither of, either of is a singular structure. So has. One of the students. One of the students. So he's talking about one of the students. So one is singular. One of the is a rule, and it always accepts singular subject. So one of the students is. I hope you are understanding. Now let's move to rule number 4. When the subjects have the numerical forms like this, sum of the, half of the, one third of the, three-fourth of the, two-third of the, when you have such terms acting as subjects, and these subjects take verbs according to the following subjects, which is, look at this example, some of the music is or are good. This is the question. The subject starts with some of the. Okay. Subject starts with some of the. And what is the following thing? Is music. Music is a singular form. Yes, music is a uncountable noun and also a singular form in number. So based upon the following subject, then this will decide what is a verb. So some of the music. Okay. So some of the music is singular. So the answer is. Now look at the other sentence. One third of the boys. Okay. One third of the boys. So one third of the boys is plural. So one third of the boys is plural. So here the correct answer is are, not is. Here the correct answer is are, not is. So please do understand, when the subjects start with some of the, one third of the, one fourth of the, half of the, and the verb will be decided according to the following thing. The following thing here is music. Okay. So the music is singular, so is. Some of the boys, when the sentence is like this, some of the boys. So boys will be plural, am I right? So some of the boys is plural, so the answer is are. So one third of the, some of the, half of the will decide the verb according to the following things. This is rule number 4 and rule number 5. Relative pronouns like who, those, that, which will take verbs according to the nouns they refer to. For example, she is one of the girls who. Here the relative pronoun is who. The who is talking about the girls. The who is talking about the girls. Look at the another sentence. She is the girl who. And this who is talking about the girl. So here the who is talking about girls, which is plural number. So the correct answer is are. Here she is the girl who. The who is talking about the girl. The girl is singular. So the correct answer is. So what is the rule? The relative pronouns like whose, who, that, which will take the verbs according to the nouns they refer to. This who is referring to the girls, so plural. This who is referring to the girl is singular, so is. Okay. This is rule number 5. And rule number 6. In two subjects connected by and, two subjects connected by and, actually plural form. In two subjects connect, two singular subjects connected by or, no problem, singular. Two subjects, whatever it may be, singular or plural, when they are connected by and, is always plural. Raja and Ravi. Uh, my daughter and sons. My daughters and sons. My son and daughter. So whatever it may be, when the two subjects are connected by and, is always plural, whether they are singular or plural, it do not bother. Two subjects connected by and naturally becomes plural. But the other case is two singular subjects connected by or. That is my son or daughter. The question comes here, my son or daughter. So here my son is singular, daughter is also singular. So two singular subjects connected by are, we don't have any problem. So it is singular. Two plural subjects connected by are, my sons or daughters. So here also we don't have big issues, either this or that. So two plural subjects. So obviously the answer is plural. Now the final case is when the sentence has one singular subject and one plural subject. What to do? When both are singular, we are using singular verb. When both are plural, we are using plural verb. When the sentences are connected by are, this is the case. For and, it is totally different. When two subjects connected by and, it is always plural. And this is the condition only for are. Two singular subjects connected by are is singular. Two plural subjects connected by are is plural. Now, the different case is one singular subject and one plural subject connected by are. What is the rule? Is always plural. Okay, so keep this in mind. Look at this example: John or David. So John is singular, David is singular. So obviously, it is a singular thing. That is what the rules is. Two singular subjects connected by are is always singular. So John or David, any one. So we are using the singular verb writes. John or his classmates. John or his classmates. So John is singular here and his classmates plural here. So one singular subject, one plural subject connected by are. That is a question now. That is the third rule. That is this rule. One singular subject, one plural connected by are is always plural. So John or his classmates, give importance to classmates and put write. So the verb writes is coming for singular, write is used for plural. So this is rule number 6. Rule number 7. Two subjects have two separate articles like a and the. Two subjects have two separate articles like a and the for different entities. Two subjects have one common articles like a and the for same entity. Please look at the example: a red and a yellow bird. So how many birds are here? Two birds. One is red in color, another is yellow in color. And the two different birds are referred by article A here and article A here. So two articles are used for two different entities. So a red and yellow bird, plural form, so are. Now look at this sentence: a red and yellow bird. So here the meaning is it is only one bird which is both in color. The bird has both red and yellow color. Yeah, red. Only one side we have article and we don't have any article for yellow. When we have article A here for yellow and this is for different bird. Yeah, red is for different bird. Yeah, red and yellow bird, both the colors are same, which is a single bird is in two different colors, single bird. Okay, so that is why it is. So when the subjects have two different articles, we are using are. Both are different. And the subjects are connected by one common article, it is singular. So we are using is. Now rule number 8. Please do keep this in mind. A number of, when you have subject starting with a number of, please it is plural. When the sentence starts with the number of is singular. A number of the students are present. The number of the students is 50. So keep this in mind. A number of is plural, the number of singular. Then the numerical figures in the beginning part of the sentence is always singular. 100 miles is a long distance. Okay. 5,000 rupees is a big money. So with the numerical figures in the beginning of the sentence is treated as singular. Then rule number 9. Subjects with the prepositions of will take verbs according to the subjects. Now look at this sentence. The cost of the phones. Here the of is here. Now you have a question. Which is the subject here? The cost or the phones? So according to the rule, this of, this preposition, of this determines according to the thing which is referring to, right? So the cost of the phones. Here the actual thing is now actual subject is not the phone, it is the cost of the phones, not the phones. So the word, the noun which comes in front of this preposition of, the noun which is coming in front of this preposition of is considered here. So the cost of the phones. So the cost is singular, so is. Now look at the sentence: the students of various branches. Here the subject is not branches, the students of various branches. As per the rule, in front of this preposition of should be considered. So the students is considered. So the answer is are. The students of various branches are on strike. Then rule number 10. Subjects like scissors, trousers, pants, spectacles are plural. Subject starting with a pair is singular. So a pair of scissors, it is singular. Scissors, When it comes alone, it is plural. A pair of trousers, which is singular. Trousers alone is plural. So I believe you have understood the basic rules. So these are very basic and fundamental rules, but there are so many rules. I believe these rules are enough for answering your examination. Now you look at the test which was conducted uh, on subject verb agreement previously, and this is what the answer of the student, of a student, one of the students, and let us quickly discuss the answers based on the rules which we have already described. So every one of the shirts has a green color, has or have. And as per the rule, I told you, each one, everyone, everybody, no one, nobody is always singular. So everyone, the subject starts with everyone. So it is singular. The correct answer is has, but the student has given have. So please to understand when the subjects start with each one, everyone, everybody, no one, nobody is always singular. So the answer is singular verb. Now look at the other sentence. The singer along with the few others, the singer along with the few others dash the harmonica on stage. So I told you when two different subjects connected by with, along with, together with. Do you remember? When two different subjects are connected by with, along with, together with, as well as give importance to first subject. So the first subject is singular. So singular, this singer is singular. So the answer is plays. The student is given correct answer. And third question, the president or the vice president. The president or the vice president. So I told you two singular subjects connected by or. Two singular subjects connected by or. Two singular subjects connected by are is singular actually. Okay, that is what the rule says, right? So the correct answer is, but the student is given are. Two singular subjects connected by are is always singular. Two plural subjects connected by are is always plural. One singular and one plural can combined by are. There the condition is different. I told you one singular subject combined by are and another plural subject give importance to plural subject. But here both the subjects are singular combined by are, so the verb is singular. Now let's go to the next rule: the sculpture or the paintings. Now you can understand the sculpture or the paintings. The sculpture is a singular form and the paintings plural form. One singular form, one plural form combined by are. That is what I told you just now. One singular subject and another plural subject combined by are give importance to plural subject. So the answer is are. Student has given correct answer. And next rule, either the coat or the hats. And do you remember the rule? When the two subjects combined by either or, give importance to second subject. That is what the rule says. So here the subject, second subject is hats. So hats plural form. So the answer is where. The student has given correct answer. Neither she nor I. So I told you when two subjects combined by either or, neither nor, give importance to second subject. So here the second subject is I. So correct answer is am. Two different subjects are combined by neither nor, give importance to second subject. So the correct second subject is I, and so the answer is am. Here also the student is right. And let's go to the next sentence. The accountant and the cashier. So here the accountant and the cashier combined by and. I told you whatever may be the subjects, singular plural subjects, whatever it may be, combined by and is always plural. That's what I told in the rules. So the answer is are. Then the next rule, the accountant and the cashier. Can you identify the difference between the two? The accountant and the cashier. Here, two articles are used. So accountant is a different person, the cashier is a different person. So are. But here look at the accountant and cashier. So only one article is combining both. So which means the accountant is the same person and the cashier is also the same person. A single person is working as both accountant and the cashier. So only one article is used as a common factor. So it is only one person, not two different persons. But here there are two different persons, the accountant and the cashier, two different articles are used. But here it is only one article is used, which means that the accountant and the cashier both are the same person. So the answer is is. Here the student is right. And 90 rupees dash too much for this bag. I told you numerical figures, some numerical figures. And I gave an example. 100 miles is a long distance. Similarly, 90 rupees. So the answer is. Now, two-thirds of the city. I told you this rule, one-third of the, one-fourth of the, sum of the. So when you come across such phrases in the beginning part of the sentence, you must look at the following thing, the city. So one-third of the city, two-thirds of the city. So the city is singular. So the answer is yes. Okay. Two-thirds of the city, one-third of the city. Do you remember the example? Some of the music. So music is singular. So we use T is. Similarly, two-thirds of the city. City is singular. So the answer is yes. Next, the formation of the paragraphs. That's very important. Do you remember the preposition of? The preposition of is used. So here the subject is not the paragraph. The subject is the formation. And not the paragraphs, is the formation. So formation is singular. So the answer is yes. The cow as well as the calves. I told you two different subjects combined by as well as give importance to the first subject. First subject, cow. Cow is singular. So the answer is yes. Here the student is wrong. Now look at the other example. The strain of all the difficulties and the vexations and the anxieties. This is just to confuse you. If you read it once and twice, you will understand exactly what is subject. The strain of the preposition is used. So I told you there is a rule. The preposition is used. The word that comes in front of the preposition is always the subject. So here the strain, not anything else. Difficulties, vexations, anxieties. All these things are not the subjects. The main subject is the strain of. Okay, the strain alone is the subject. Okay, that is what the rule of preposition says. This of is used, and whatever it comes in front of that of is the subject. And if it is singular, that is singular. If it is plural, it is plural. So the strain is singular. So the answer is was. Then the cost of all the articles. Here also the preposition of is used. Here subject is not the articles, it is cost. Okay, not the articles, it is cost. So the cost of articles. So singular, the cost is singular. So the correct answer is has, but the student is wrong. Okay. Now look at this example. Each of the suspected men. Each of the suspected men. I told you when the subject start with each one, everyone, everybody, no one, nobody, each of, and all these things will be treated always as singular. So the correct answer is has, but the student is wrong. Then Three Musketeers dash written by Dumas. So here Three Musketeers is not the Musketeers, it is the name of the book. So the name of the book singular, so is it is not actually the animal, it is the name of the book. Then one of the most intelligent students. I told you when the subject starts with one of the, it is always singular. Okay, so one of the answer is singular. So score or scores. Scores is singular, score is plural. So scores is the right answer. Then the dogs dash at strangers. The dogs is plural form. Am I right? The dogs plural form. So bark or box. When you say dog, barks. When you say dogs, bark. So when you have plural structure in the subject and the verb is without yes, which is when you have yes in the subject and the verb, you don't have any yes. When you don't have yes in the subject, you will have yes in the verb. Have you understood? The dogs, here you have yes in the subject. In the verb, you will not have yes. So the answer is the dogs bark. When I say the dog, we don't have yes in the subject. So we will have yes in the verb. So the dog barks, the dogs bark. Okay. And black or white, that's your choice. Two singular subjects combined by are. I told you, two singular subjects combined by are is singular. So the correct answer is. Then Rob and his brothers. So they here the rule is very easy. Two subjects combined by and is always plural. Do, don't, or doesn't. Does is singular, don't is plural. Okay. Do is plural, does is singular. Okay. So two subjects combined by and is always plural, so don't. Then the lady with 10 cats. I told you, and two different subjects combined by with, along with, together with, as well as give importance to first subject. So here the lady is singular, so the answer is lives. Okay, do you remember? The lady is singular, so lives. When I say ladies, what will be the verb? Live. Ladies, you have yes there. So ladies, verb will not have any yes. So the ladies live. When I say a lady, we don't have yes here. So the verb will have lives. Okay. So the lady lives. And ultimately, the cake that my mother is making, the relative pronoun that. Okay, who's that? Which I told you, no, relative pronoun that is referring to the cake. So the cake is singular. So the answer is smells. The cake smells. If I say the cakes, what will be the answer? The cakes smell, but the cake smells. Okay, please understand the difference. Cake, this word does not have yes, so the verb will have yes. The cake smells. When I say the cakes, okay, the cakes, it has yes, and it will not have yes in the verb. So the cakes smell. The cake smells. And finally, this one, on the letters that you posted, that is a relative pronoun, talks about the word letters. Letters is plural form, so the answer is were. Okay. And you all know the mice. Mice is a plural term. Mouse is singular, mice plural. So the answer is have. I believe you have understood these examples, and you have also understood the basic and fundamental rules. This you cannot do all of a sudden. It needs a lot of practice. Please watch this once or twice, work on more number of examples, so which you will understand things better. Thank you so much. Thank you.